Okay, welcome back guys to part 2 of our guide on how to no-hit any percent Dark Souls 2 with the Homeward Spell. So we're now up to Shoulder, so let's now take a look at the Shoulder section of the route. So what I do here is I magic resin to get the best hit damage for this first guy here. He will take 3 hits, but I screw up and it took 4. Be careful of that. I switch to bow and I hide around this little corner just to make sure that this guy de-aggros, and I also put my bone on ready for any Forlorn Invasions. There are 3 Forlorn Invasions during Shoulder. Now I run straight towards the middle of this pole. It keeps me nice and safe from these arrows, so head right for there. Arrows will hit the pole and not you, and you can safely wait until this platform arrives. I will sort of wait until he's done a couple and he's de-aggroed a little, and then we make our run through here and drop down. Now then we move back a little bit so we can do a run jump, and we arrow this guy so he runs off, and we jump our way across. Stick to the right side. You will get a spit come from this section here there. Keep running and run straight towards this section here. We might even slow this section down a little bit, to be honest. You want to run straight for that section so that you land straight onto these platforms. Now we do a slow walk, don't stop, around this corner so that that guy behind us does not aggro. If you stop, he will. So we just slow walk. Now Forlorn can spawn right here. Luckily our bone hasn't grayed out. We head towards the bridge and the dragon will kill these 2 guys for us on our first way through. We run on through. While I'm waiting, I just equip some more arrows in my second slot in case I need them. Switch to my rapier because we're just going to open up this little button here shortly to get a free soul that's hidden behind the door. So we make our way down, hit this button on our left hand side, and grab a nice soul here. Equip our bow and we shoot this caster here from a nice distance. We can maybe speed this up a little. And then what we want to do is shoot this button 3 times, of course, so that the circle opens up so that we can run through. And we're going to switch to a rapier again in a second. And when we run through the hole, we want to make sure that we run over the button so that it closes and nothing can follow us from behind. Now, right here is another Forlorn invasion. But we have not been invaded again. It's super, super rare. I actually have not had it once, to be honest. Not even once. In 4.5 months, I haven't had that spawn. So while we equip the rapiers, we go around to the right corner and quickly kill that bug that is there. We will slow this back down again just to explain this next little section. Now we equip our bow and we're going to kill the next caster that's up on the bridge. And we're going to keep behind this wall for safety. Now her spells can hit that bridge in front of us, but sometimes they don't and they will smack you in the face. So if she casts, just hide, wait for her to de-aggro and keep going again. It's best to just be safe and move away, just in case. Also watch your stamina once again. If you're spamming arrow, 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 and she casts at you and you don't have enough stamina to get away from the magic orbs, you're going to take a hit. So again, we got to watch our stamina. You'll see I'm taking each bow fairly slow and just keeping that stamina there in case I need to roll out. Next, we're going to head towards the left side. Make sure you don't go on a spike. They do count as a hit because they are counted as a trap that can be deactivated. So once I stop talking to chat, blah, 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 about super motes, we're going to make our way gently towards the left, avoiding the spikes on the ground here. Now you head towards kind of this little dark patch here, right? Because there's a ghost right here that can head for us. And then we aim up and we shoot this button here, which deactivates the spikes that are next to me. Then what we do is we slow walk to this little rock in front of it. We aim our bow up and we're aiming for the middle of our bow to be right there, guys, and throw a firebomb. Now then you need to really listen for an audio cue of a door opening. Don't crank metal really loud when you're drunk and you don't hear it and the door doesn't open and then you got to bone out and do it all again, because not that I've done that before, okay? Now we're going to switch our stone ring to cat ring for these gravity drops. And this is my shoulder strat, okay? I was getting sick of, you know, what I class is nearly halfway through the game really, because the end game goes quite quickly. I was sick of getting hit in the back by the ghosts near the key that we pick up. So I decided to try something different, very close towards the end of when I got my run. I've probably only done this strat maybe, I'm going to say a handful of times, like maybe 10 times. And it worked 100% each time and got me more consistently to Rotten 3 and 4. So what I do is I make sure there is at least 4 bugs killed before I even drop down. So we kill the one at the back right, 2 that are straight below me. So now I'm going for the second one that's right below me to my right. Of course, if the bug that you hit with the rapier falls down, make sure you count him as a 5th that needs to be killed before you drop. So we're just killing him. Then what I do is I burst these little corrosive things here to aggro another one that's on the left-hand side, and he's going to sort of creep out. And I just kind of want to get as many of these bugs killed before I drop down into that pit, and I'll show you soon why. So he's kind of creeping out now. We're waiting him to get out to a point where I can lock onto him and kill him off. I'm speaking really nicely to him and trying to coerce him out. Come on, little man, just a little bit further. He's not listening to me. He don't care. Okay, we've got our lock on. The more we kill before we drop, the better. Okay, beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drop down and we're going to run the stairs. Now just run around these little bugs as quickly as you can, because they can jump at you and they will give you a hit. Now watch your stamina going up the stairs. Try and keep it as much as you can, because now we're going to bow every bug that's in this damn room. And I'm going to show you why soon. One will drop down, so we'll get at him first because he's in the leader of the pack here. Just watch your stamina. Every now and then I will throw a bomb, sorry, because my stamina is quite low. Just to get it back up again and stun them, and I keep at them. Now I find this is quite safe. It can get a little monka-esque, right? But if you make sure before they sort of cross into the next set of steps. So now I'm probably going to go, all right, we need to drop back down soon. Yeah, so now I'm going to drop again. He's a bit close. Now I notice there's one little one hanging down here, so we're going to grab him first. Just be careful, they can fly at you, so just be wary of that. But we now have a lot of space to maneuver if we need to get around him, see? So now I'm going to look back up the stairs, see who's left. We've only got, I think it's maybe 1 or 2 little bugs left. I think he's the last one. Now, I know this seems really tedious and annoying, but if you've seen the shoulder strat with the ghost, it's scary as shit, and you're running around like Benny Hill trying to get them to fall down the holes. I've had my runs lost too many times to them, and I was just sick of it. Like, I really wanted to just make something that's so much more consistent, even if it takes a few more minutes to get me to end game. Because for me personally, my end game is a lot stronger than my early game. So we make sure we pick up those poison knives, we climb up this ladder, and now we're going to finish off the shoulder strat for the ghosts. We need to make sure we pick up the Flynn's ring in this chest. This is another reason why we come to shoulder, is for the Bonfire Ascetics and this ring. I don't equip it yet because we want to keep that cat ring on and the stone ring on. Then we head here and we kill this other caster. Now you want to hide behind the wall, not next to the wall. I have had where I've rolled into the wall to avoid an orb and I've taken a hit. So once again, manage your stamina. Make sure you've got room to roll right if she does cast at you. Again, you'll see I have my bone equipped because we're about to head to another Forlorn Trigger, our third one in this route. We walk extremely slow behind this ghost. And don't even look at him. Just don't look at him, Ricky. And he will not hurt us. We just go nice and slowly beside him and track our path. I love it when you see the Monka S's in chat when you do this bit because it looks super scary. Now about the third little pillar down here is like here is the Forlorn Trigger. Now I'm going to make these guys see me so they're aggro towards me. I'm not going to Benny Hill bullshit them. I'm going to wait here and I'm going to aggro them to me. So I wait for the first one. When he drops, I drop. I wait a little bit to make sure he's behind me and I check where the other ghosts are. So we've got another one and I think one died in this run. I didn't check the soul count, but then we're going to run back down. All the bugs are clear. It's totally easy. We just run back up the stairs. You'll hear him drop behind you. We will beat him. We are faster. We go back up the ladder. And if all goes perfectly, which it has every time I've tried this strat, they have all fallen down and makes it all nice and clear for me to go and get the key. So now again, we drop down, really slowly go past this ghost. And you can sometimes see the ghosts are still here to my left and they've only like sort of all dropped down. And you'll hear them thrash about, trying to get you. And that's a good sign, you know they're all down there. Sometimes one maybe gets stuck still in here, but it's super rare since I was doing this strat, and it's a lot better to deal with one ghost than three, plus a possible forlorn. So then I run through, the whole room is totally clear of ghosts. Oh, fantastic. No panic attacks, it's wonderful. We grab our key and we just homeward out. Easy. Easy. All right, let's speed this up, guys. So then we go through our second run through shoulder. Equip the Flynn's ring instead of your soul's ring. Sorry, instead of your cat ring. Resin again. He dies much easier now we have Flynn's on. Again, wait for the de-aggro of the archer. Run through this time. Again, we shoot him in the head. We do our running jump. We watch for the spit on our left. We watch for the arrows and run straight ahead. Nice and slow through here. We watch for a Forlorn Trigger again. Check behind you, no one followed. And then we bring these two guys to our lift of death. On here with the AI, they won't come towards you. Still be mindful though, because they can poke you and hit you. So I really don't like it if one is behind me, but just slowly whittle them down. Now, watch your stamina. Keep it fairly high, because if they go to Estus, you want to be able to stone ring them and stagger them out of Estusing and finish them off. Then we just kill the second one as well. This is, some people throw a skull on the bridge and run these guys, but honestly, if, like I said, my route is the slow, safe way. So this is what I do. It gives me time to chill out too, and if chat's busy, I just, you know, have a laugh with chat and stuff. So have it as a time to have a bit of a breather, but also don't be too relaxed that you're not, you know, watching that they don't try to stab you while you're there. So now that we have the key, we're going to open up the first door on our left. This is where we're going to get the Bonfire Ascetics. Now here, again, I've taken a hit here from not stamina management. So one hit at a time. Make sure you have enough stamina to roll towards that pole in case she casts orbs at you. And again, slowly whittle her down. Make sure you have room on your left to roll out of the door if she casts an orb. And then we make our way around to the chest, grab the Bonfire Ascetics that we need, and homeward out. And that's Shulva. Easy. Now we're going to make our way back to Majula. I think we get a couple of extra levels here. So we're going to level our dexterity to 29 and our endurance to 11, because we did get a couple of souls there. Yep, 29, 11. Beautiful. We're going to swap the stone ring for the serpent ring. So you'll see I have Chloranthy, Blades, Serpent, Flynn. Then we're going to put on the 2 Lightning Resins that we've picked up so far in our route, equip the spear, and get ready to head to do Rotten 3. Now, of course, we need to burn our ascetic again. Do our statues, run around, change weapon, resin, get ready to go for another one. I always kind of like to have him in this position because it gives me so much space behind me to roll, get away from AoEs, etc. And I know the placement of the fire in the arena, that it's a fair way back behind me. Of course, if you take fire damage, it's not a hit in the Rotten. But of course, if you die with the fire standing in it, it will be a hit. Beautiful. End of Rotten. Talking to chat, blah, blah, blah. Then we're going to homeward out and make our way back to Majula to do some more upgrading again. This time we're going to go 40-20. So we're going to do 40 dexterity and 20 endurance. So we're going to pop our souls. $40, $20, beautiful. Equip our spear again, our resin, and back we go to do Rotten 4. Burn our ascetic. The amount of times I've run into the Rotten fight and forgotten to burn an ascetic. Switch weapon, resin up, and here we go for Rotten 4. See how he's done 2-3 slams in a row? Ew, scary. That's why I'm pretty patient with my stamina. He can be really spammy with it. There we go, it's beautiful. And we're off to end game. Which is when I get excited, because my end game is normally pretty strong, so... I didn't say the Gwyn in chat, because I'm like, we're going to Gwyn! We're making our way to the end game, hopefully, now. So we use up all our souls here, again. Now I do a few things first. I check how many bones I have. I want to have at least a total of 3 bones for some different boning we do. I go to Macduff. Let's slow this down a little. I go to Macduff and I buy 1 large Titanite, and then I buy about 80 arrows. I buy 100 this run by the looks. I must be feeling extra paranoid. So 1 large Titanite, 80 to 100 arrows. Then we're going to go back to Majula. And when we get back to Majula, we're going to buy 4 small Titanite shards. And then we're going to upgrade our club to a +4. Now, what people may not realize is that the scales do lizard per area. So we need our club more upgraded to get our 3rd and last lizard. He's an important lizard because he drops a chunk and also a slab. We really want to make sure we get that lizard and not have to redo the area to get back to the lizard. Especially being end game as well. So we do that for our club. What have I forgotten? I didn't upgrade it. That's smart. So we make that a +4. Now that we've done those things, then we can do our upgrades. Now, depending how many souls you have, you want to have at least 34,500 souls remaining, or about 30,000. Okay, so level up what you have. So I've done 45 dexterity and 29 endurance. See how I've got it at 26? So I have about 25 to 30,000 souls sitting left. Now why we want that is we want to buy some lightning resins very shortly, and we want to buy lightning arrows and magic arrows. So keep around that, yeah, 22 to 30,000 souls left and level up with what you have. As I said, I just did about the 45 dexterity and 29 endurance. So we make our way back to Shaded Woods and we take the right path first because we're going to get the lightning resins. We again have our bone ready for Forlorn. We shoot the first tree and we head left and stay left. And then we head really closely, tightly to this left corner so that we go and speak to this dude who speaks way too much. Vengal, and we buy our resins. Now we want to buy 5 lightning resins here. Perfect. And then whilst we're here, we're going to just pop around this little corner here, this tree, and grab another soul. And then we are going to Homeward back. Now also, once you're homeward back, make sure you rest at the bonfire so that your homeward spell is reset in case again of Forlorns. Then I'm going to speed up this middle path because basically all we're doing is grabbing the red tearstone ring. Now people roll this dude. I'm too much of a wuss. I kill him. Especially this far into the run. I'd rather just bow him and take my time. As I said, safe route, guys. It's not the fast route, it's the slow and safe route. So we bow out this guy, get him down, grab our RTSR ring, and then we make our way back. And then we're going to take the far left path on our way to the Shrine of Winter. Now you'll notice there, I've just swapped out my soul's ring for my stone ring. Okay, let's slow this back down a little. So I want the stone ring to help me stagger some of these enemies a little. We first arrow the guy that was at the tree here. Now, as soon as you finish that, be extremely careful. This little dude is an asshole. I call him Chad. And he is so fast, he can run in here and thrust attack you and hit you inside this building. So just really watch him. He's so fast. So I normally lock on and just wait for him to de-aggro a little. And then, you know, arrow him in the back like the coward that I am. Look at my archery skills. They're amazing. Full sarcasm. I switched to souls from Flynn's. Now Flynn's is for physical attacks, melee attacks I should say. So I've just swapped Flynn's for Soul's Ring because I don't really need it through here. But make sure you definitely have stones on, blades on, and Chloranthy on. Then we're going to headshot this guy here to our right. Switch to Rapier. Now this ghost here, try to, if you can, wait until he turns to his right and is walking away from the path that you're going to take on the left. So now I take my run and we get ready to do 2 stabs to this dude here and kill him. That way the ghost won't follow you up to Shrine of Winter Doors. Stone Ring and Chloranthy are also very important for these next 2 ghosts that we're going to take on. So first we're going to run to the right and follow all the way down the right path and grab ourselves a nice little 10k soul that's around this corner. And then we're going to make our way all the way back up to the end, the start of the path again, and have our bow ready to take out these 2 ghosts. Now, for a very long period of time of my run, I would just run these 2 ghosts. But when you get this far 0 hit and you take a swipe to the back or an arrow to the back, it really pisses you off. So I changed my strat to just kill them so that they're done. So from up here, wait until he stops, do 4 fast arrows at him, and then slightly move down, do it again. Slightly move down, do it again. Slightly down, do it again. Slightly down, do it again, and kill him off. And then again, we're going to do for the second one. Now, if the first ghost runs too quickly and you don't get him killed, Homeward Spell back and try again. It's honestly just not worth it, okay? The second guy is not so bad. If he starts running up the path towards you, you can kind of outrun him by running down the other side and past him and just watch for arrows. But the first ghost, you want him dead in my opinion. It's just better for your run to just kill him. Like I say, if he runs too fast and he starts shooting his crossbow at you from the bottom of those paths, just bone out and try again. I only just started doing that literally this week. Grab that free soul there to your right, and then we're going to make our way through further on our way to Dren Lake. I'm just chatting to chat, blah, 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 chatty chat chat. Now I just hide around this little right corner and try to do headshots on both of these 2 little soldiers here. Make sure you leave room to your right to roll if they do shoot their crossbow and it comes towards you. Again, watch your stamina, that you have enough stamina to roll out if they do shoot their crossbow. Change to rapier and then we'll take out this little dude. Then we're going to switch to our upgraded club as our middle weapon for our next lizard. 2 running R1s, extremely important. R1, R1, don't hesitate. Well, he's going to run off in that corner and probably despawn, and you're going to miss your lizard, which has 2 very good upgrade items for your weapons. Now what I do is switch to poison arrows and poison knives. We're going to 4 poison arrow the left elephant. then 4 knives the elephant right in front of us and get them both nicely poisoned. They have fairly big health bars. Move away to a nice safe place and then just arrow them with normal arrows from afar. Don't waste more poison arrows. We're going to need them for later in the run, guys. So trying to keep, you really need, if you can, 15 poison arrows for Dragon Champion. The Dragon Knight Champion on the stairs on the way to Ash and Mist Heart. So keep that in mind at all times, that you don't want to use all those poison arrows. We do everything for a reason in these runs, guys. Now we arrow these 2 little archers just below the stairs. A, so we don't take an arrow to the head, and B, that little like darkened stone in the path is another Forlorn Trigger point. So we stay just below here and arrow both of these guys, and I find it has been best since someone advised me. I think it could have been Max or Finn, Repay, I can't remember who, but we stay here and wait till the doors are open in case of a Forlorn Invasion. We want plenty of room. So and of course we're going to have the 2 little soldiers that come from the left hand side as well, that come towards us once we get to the door. So you might as well just take these few seconds, chill out, etc., and then make our way. So then what I do is I run all the way up the stairs, watching my stamina that it doesn't run out, and open up these doors to where the, what is it, the double pursuers normally are. Go to about halfway and then you'll see them come after you. Then I arrow them both from a safe distance. I prefer them both dead. I think because I always have usually killed them melee in my run. I don't know what they do if I don't kill them. So I like to just have them both dead to be safe. I don't want them to come back and hit me in the back while I'm talking to the NPC here and buying my arrows. So I prefer to just have them dead so I don't have to worry about them. Easy. So now from this NPC, we're going to listen. No, we're not going to listen to his long dialogue. We're going to skip all that shit. And we're going to buy 350 lightning arrows. We want those for Amana, Dragon Riders. We also want them for the Throne Duo as well. So 350 guys is what I buy. And if you have lots of souls spare, buy like 100 magic arrows, because they're best for the guys in the crypt. Now what I do is I unequip my club. It's no longer needed. I put on my lightning on the first slot, magic on the second, and I swap my souls ring for Flynn's ring. That way I'm almost ready for my Dragon Rider fight set up. Then what I do is I aggro this guy all the way out. Now, when you aggro this guy, make sure he aggroes to this last pillar. If he only aggroes to like the second last and you start running, he will catch up to you at the door. So wait till he gets to the last pillar, then run your way to the door. Take my word for it, it's happened. Open the door, close the door, and then kill this little guy who revives here. We drop down and we grab our bonfire here. And then what we are going to do is head to Majula, now that we have some upgrade materials, and we're going to upgrade our rapier. We'll speed through this. So we upgrade it once. I equip Lightning Resins and Bright Bugs. Lightning on the left, Bright Bug on right next to it. Head back to the bonfire. And we're going to kill this little soldier dude. Now this guy, we want a resin and then we want a Bright Bug. Now this soldier, he might not kill you, but the one next to him here may hit you in the back, right? We want to be powerful. We want to take out the one on the right as quickly as possible and get back to the bonfire to reset it, because we need that door open, but we also don't want to take a hit. So we lightning resin, we then bright bug. Take your time to line up where he is. Take a little bit of time. 3 hits, run away, sit at the bonfire. Perfect. No dramas. Now what we're going to do is set up our RTSR for the Dragon Riders fight. So we kill this little dude up here. I change my stone ring to red tear stone ring. The joy of setting up RTSR and how long it takes. So at this point, we've basically got Clone 3 ring on, Flynn's ring on, Ring of Blades, and the RTSR ring on, guys. All of our armor is still on. We've got our rapier and our bow only equipped so we can weapon change quickly in the Dragon Rider fight. And we've got our lightning arrows ready. So we run on through here, guys. Watch out for these little spits here. Kill this first guy. This, as soon as you enter this room, is a Forlorn Trigger point. If he had have triggered, my bright bug would have grayed out. He has not, which is great. Run past these 2 hollows. They will not follow you. And then let's slow down this fight. So when I get to the door, I use my bright bug. I have my bow ready to go. When we enter the fight, we stay at the door. And we're going to lock on, which is going to lock on immediately to the Dragon Rider in front of us, but we switch it, the lock on to the guy up to the left, the archer. So you'll see I lock on, I move my lock on, and we do 2 shots to the Dragon Rider on the left. 1, 2. I take my lock on off. I do a weapon switch to rapier. We run straight head on towards the Dragon Rider and strafe him so he cannot hit us in the back whilst watching the left. Strafe, watching the left guy. The arrow misses me because I'm staying straight. I do a baby jump. Why, game? Why? I don't know. And then we take down the archer. 1, 2. A 3rd hit takes him out. Quickly turn around, put your lock on if you wish, and we strafe, roll right. Okay. Now I do all of my rolls to the right of the Dragon Rider, almost to the point where I end up always behind him. Get 2 stabs in there, watching my stamina. He does a thrust. Roll to the right. Another 2 we can get in here. He has a 3 attack and a 2 attack as well. Let's see which one he does. He does another overhead slam. Beautiful. We're nicely behind him. Another 1, 2 we should be able to get here. And we finish him off beautifully. No? Nope, I'm playing it safe. Okay, we're going to go for another one. Another overhead slam. Now I finish him off. And then I quickly swap my red tearstone ring, which is right next to my souls ring, quickly to get the extra souls during the fight. So let's play this back, shall we? In better speed. Speed on speed. I always thought one day this stupid spitting corrosive stuff is going to be a hit, but I have never got hit from it, thankfully, if you stick to the right. I thought if that ever kills my run, I'm going to be so salty. Again, this is a Forlorn Trigger through here. So when you strafe the first Dragon Rider, if you're too far right, he will hit you. But if you strafe to directly behind him, he won't hit you. So that's very important. So we're just going to watch this now in normal speed, so you guys can have a bit more of a look at it. I'm going straight for him. I continue straight so that that arrow does not get me in its path. Finish off the Dragon Rider. Am I in like the worst quality ever here or what? No, it's 720, really? Wow. Wow, we Twitch. Awesome. I would have done this guide, guys, with my local recording, but honestly, I like the fact that we can slow and speed things up this way. It's a lot easier to explain, so. Okay. And probably speed this up a little now. So re-equip my red tearstone ring, make sure we light this bonfire, and then we're going to head up to get the key to open up the door on our way to Mirror Knight. So we just make our way up the ladder. We basically don't go to Majula until after Velstadt now, guys. So all of our souls we just keep with us. I'm just switching to Stone Ring instead of Flynn's because of these ninja guys. We kill this lady here and then we sneak real slow on this left wall. Really slow. That way we don't aggro any of the ninjas yet, right? But always listen for an audio cue because sometimes they can drop on your way up the ladder. We bow this guy in the foot, stick to the right wall, and it will only aggro the one ninja, okay? You've got RTSR still going, so then we just 1, 2, finish him off nice and close to the giant so that the lift is opened up. Easy. We're definitely going to speed up this process. This is the longest lift in the world. I've got it on 2 speed, right? Good stuff. So now we're just waiting for the lift, basically. And then we're going to take the lift up and get the key out of the first left chest to open the door that's right in front of us at the moment. This almost needs a 4 speed, this part. It's so slow. My goodness. All right. Now we're going to kill some ninja horsies. So we get on through here. You kill the second one on your left, third one on your right, the very last one on the left, and then the last guy that spawns. Now, if you go back to the top of these stairs, they can't reach you. So if any come closer, just make your way up here to a safe spot and take them out one by one. Now, some people just run this section to Mirror Knight, right? But again, we're talking to the safe one here, the safe and slow route here. So get your Lightning Resins ready. Get your Flynn's ring back on. Bright bulb. And here we go. All right, let's have a look at this and slow this down a little too. Now, the first thing he's going to do when you enter the arena is jump. Now, you can try and dodge it. Yep, it could work. It does work, but it's not 100% consistent. He can still hit you. The best, safest strat I have found is just run straight under him. Okay, so the first attack is a big jump, run straight under. Then we're going to turn around and wait for him. Now, he can do a super quick thrust here. I've only seen it maybe twice in the way that I fight him. Out of all the times, do a real quick thrust. He got me the other day. But most of the time, as you sort of position yourself, so will he for a couple of seconds before he does his first attack. Now he has a 1, 3, and 4 attack with just his sword, and then he has his lightning orbs and his lightning magic overhead attack. So let's have a look at the fight here. So he's just done a 1 swipe here, so that's given me a safe time to hit him. If he raises his hand, you have a time for 1 hit, roll to your right, and then get 1 more hit in. Now just be careful that you don't get trapped by his mirror, so keep a little distance. 1 attack, so I have time for 1. Getting hit, now stay a little back so you don't get trapped by the mirror, and roll behind him. 1 little stabby in the back again. 1, 2, 3. Now he can do a 4th, and it can catch you because he doesn't do it often, so be wary. Just a 2 this time. We can get him in the side. We missed, but that's okay. He's doing his 3 attack again. Roll back hard because it has some range. Now I find what's best with Mirror Knight is just don't be greedy. Don't wait for what attacks, like don't hit him when he stands face onto you until you see what attack moves he's gonna do, because it's hit me too many times. When he puts his shield down, then just wail on him and get him down as quickly as possible before the NPC arrives. If the NPC does arrive, concentrate on Mirror Knight, not so much on the NPC. I think he's more of a distraction than anything. You can see I've also quickly put on my souls ring to get the extra souls here as well. Now, I will say that for me personally, Mirror Knight was one of the hardest bosses for me to learn, but once I did learn him, he became actually one of the easiest in the run. So if you're feeling disheartened that you're taking hits practicing him in RTSR, don't, because once you get him, he's really quite easy. Now I do go to the left side. You need to grab that chest because it has 2 Bonfire Ascetics on. And you can see now I'm checking my rings for a mana. A mana is so important that you have the stone ring on. We keep our RTSR ring on, our Ring of Blades ring on, and our Chloranthy ring on. I'm going to speed this up. We've got a very long lift here that's quite painful. And then I also take a small BRB break here. So we might just skip through here. Okay, here we go. Let's slow this to normal. So we take out the first aberration, which is on our right hand side of the stairs. Now most of the aberrations take 2 to 3 hits, but mostly 2. Now you want to hit your bow in succession straight away because you want to get that stone ring benefits, right? These guys are fast as fuck. If you don't hit them and stun them, they will race for you and hit you, okay? And they're super, super scary. So we then take out 1, 2, 3 on the right hand side. Then we take out the Archdrake here on our left. Now this is where the stone ring also is so helpful. See how it knocks them back, right? 3 arrows normally for each Archdrake. The best thing for a mana is try to keep your cool and have a lot of patience. That's why I took a quick break before a mana. You really need patience for this section. Don't rush it. If you don't rush it and you take your time, it's an easy split. It really is. I've rarely gotten hit in this split. Now we run around the side there. Make sure you don't stick near the cursed pot too long, of course. And then we take out the right aberration. First and second. Or do I do all 3 here? Geez, I can't remember for some reason. No, just the 2. And then we want to take we go to the next island just at the start, not too far, and take out this one here on our left. And then we work on the Archdrakes. Now, only aim for them if they're not together, because we don't want to aggro 2 towards us. That would just be scary. But see how I'm waiting till they sort of distance each other a little? And then we will take each one out here. Now, of course, on this route, we don't have to worry about Forlorns, right? Because we have the Homeward Spell. But, of course, throughout the route, I will keep on telling you the trigger points. If you don't want to route with Homeward Spell, of course, I highly recommend Lone Wind, I believe 27. On YouTube, he has Forlorn Invasion guides for each Forlorn. Definitely watch them. Even just to, yeah, learn where they are. I mean, I'm going to tell you where the triggers are on our route, but it's good to know. It's very good knowledge to have behind you on a Dark Souls 2 run. Okay, so once they're all out, we pick up that soul that was on the island in front of us, kill this mushroom, and then we're sort of on to part 3 of a mana. Now, from the fog door, I take out this first caster right in front of me with 3 arrows. Most of 3 arrows. If it kills them with 2, good. Do 3 continuous anyway, just in case. We don't want to be dodging soul arrows and possibly falling to gravity deaths in water. We then take out the left aberration straight ahead, and then we slowly creep here to take out the caster to our right. She only takes 2 arrows, I believe. Beautiful. Then we have an aberration that is, look at me checking if I killed that one, because I've done so many runs that day already. Are they dead? We do need to kill this aberration here, because we're going to be walking over there in a minute. And now we're going to skirt our way very slowly around this island. Now this island right here is a Forlorn trigger point, okay? Don't step on the island. We're going to take out the aberration straight ahead of me, otherwise it will try to hit me in the back shortly. Just go left a little to take out this caster. And a little more left again. Just be careful, you don't want to fall in the water. And take out this caster here. Alright, we're going to make our way around the island. Head towards the left. And just kind of peep around this pole and take out the very far caster that you can see in the distance there. Awesome. Now just be wary of where you're walking on the path in the water, of course, that there's no gravity deaths for you. And we head towards this pole in front of us. And we're going to use it as protection as we take out this caster here. And off we go to sort of like the next part of a mana. We're going to take out the aberration to our right. Go to the next island, and we're going to take out the caster straight ahead. That pole in front of us can be a little bit of protection if she starts casting, but she normally won't aggro if we are where we are. We need to take out the aberration straight ahead that's on this path. Now see how he came for me? Keep your cool and aim correctly. If you panic, you're gonna miss, alright? You just gotta try and keep your cool in this area. We take out the caster next to the right of the building, and then I take out this aberration to my left here. All right, now don't run to the right of this building or in the building on its right hand side. That's another Forlorn Trigger. Okay, guys. Now we're going to take out this Archdrake. See that lovely stagger from our stone ring? It's amazing. Take him out with 3. We're nearly there. We're nearly out of a mana. Not much more to go. It feels like such a long area. Next, I take out the Archdrake straight ahead. And then the caster to my left. And then the Archdrake to our right. Now, if you're quick enough, you can stagger this guy, right? I miss. I don't want to reset, so I run and de-aggro. Now, you can lock onto him and hope that the stone ring does you well, and you can not miss any arrows, and you kill him sort of around that little area where you are. But when I'm 0 hit to here, I don't want any risks. I don't want to reset because it's just going to piss me off and make me salty. So I just de-aggro him, let him do his little teleport back to his section, and do his thing, you know. So I run all the way back here, chill out, and go back and try again. If I miss that first arrow, I just don't bother. So now we're going to head back, and he should be nicely reset in his position. What am I doing exactly? Oh, I'm checking where he is. Okay. Because once he resets and just stands there, he's so easy to just like take out again. So I'd rather be safe about it. Because I have seen people get hit with his weapon reaching them where I'm standing. So now this lady is just a healer. You don't have to kill her. We call her Maxed Out's waifu because he dances with her. But I've killed her on every run, so I'm not going to stop on my run, right? So I just take her out, and it's a bit of a running meme in the channel. And then make sure you safely watch where you're going through here. So again, you're not falling into water gravity, deaths. Just take each island. And we're going to head into the final part of Amana. So we kill all these mushroom thingamajigs here. Don't stand here thinking you're safe near the bonfire from mushrooms. They will come and hit you. I haven't done that before. No, not at all. Thinking, yeah, it's safe to have a BRB screen. No, it's not. They creep up on you. So take all these guys out. I mean, we have to take these ones out anyway to get through. Not get all our equipment broken. Now, about now, your weapon's getting pretty low on durability. So usually about now, I will use one of my repair powders. We do need the other because it is going to happen again. So now what we do is we take out the healer. If you're quick enough, you can get some really good shots off on the Archdrakes before they put their shields up. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can kill one of them. There, I missed a shot, so he's got a little bit left. And then we take out these guys. Let's speed this up. Then the next enemy we're going to go for is the caster to our right side. You want to keep nice and safely behind this little cave wall, because she can hit you in the cave with her soul arrows. So just take her out nicely there. Walk forward. Be careful you don't fall off on the left. Kill that caster ahead. Sneak behind this pole and kill the caster ahead of us. Now we're going to slow it right down. Now we're going to changed our stone ring to our Flynn's ring as we're about to go into Demon of Song. You'll see I always keep my RTSR ring highlighted before I go into a fight, because then I can change quickly to my Souls ring. We're going to take our bright bug at this pole because we need to do a bolt for it to the door. Now, some people don't close the door, but if you take even just one hit in the back from the NPC invader, you start closing the door. It's super scary, but once you do it and you practice it, it doesn't become scary closing the door anymore. So we do a real quick run here, past an aberration here. He won't hurt you if you keep running. And we go just before like the last pole, the last pillar. We will make a left, because otherwise the NPC can block you. He has two little spawn points there, I believe, a bit more forward and a little bit more back. We run to the island and then we open the door. And as I was saying about doors, if you just keep to the left and wait for the prompt, don't wait until you're facing the door like how you would shut a normal door, if that makes sense, right? So I stick close to the door. I wait for, see the prompt, and then I close it. I'm not waiting until I'm behind or like on the side of the door, because then you're a little bit too slow and the invader will come through. Now he's quick as hell too. You'll hear him open the door within like a second or two straight after you close it. Then we want to stick to the left, because if he comes through and still shoots, he can still get you in the back. So stick to the left of the fog gate. Right. Now we're going to head on into the frog fight. Now there's quite a bit of different RNG with the frog. He has his hand slams, which are a 1-2. He has like a hug move. He has a spit move. Now the spits can come in threes. So at the moment I'm doing 3 arrows. I wait till my stem regens a little. And then I go for another 2 arrows. Then I take my lock-on off and switch to rapier. Now we want lock-on off so we have good freedom of movement with whatever the frog throws at us, okay? So as I said, he can have the 2 slam, which he's going to do for us first up. I believe he does that through this whole fight. You just wait for his 1-2 and then you'll run in and do your hits. He can do a charge, which you need to run right and roll right as fast as possible. A very long, big charge. His 3 spits, you need to roll right for each spit and get the correct timing, because they're a little spaced. They're not really quick, one after another. There is one attack he can do that kills runs, and that's what I call the baby jump. He'll do this little hop forward, and because you're probably close because you've just hit at him, you'll take a hit. It's like it's unavoidable. So here he's done the 1-2 slam. Now what's important is that you lock back on. The reason that is if you don't lock on, a lot of your hits will hit the lip of him around his face, and he won't actually take hits. It wasn't until I started locking on for my hits that I got a lot more hits in with Demon of Song. So now he's also doing a jump back, which is not really that often he does that for me either. He can do a massive leap forward as well, which you just got to roll back a few times and really stay out of his range. But honestly, he's probably one of the easiest bosses of the run. He's not hard to learn. He's very, very easy. He's pretty placid. I got very good RNG for this one. He just does another 1-2 slam. I stupidly, I don't know why I roll in here. I don't even know why I did that, to be honest. Could have been fatigue. You can see, oh, you can't see because I'm on cam, but my PogChamp face. Once again, I lock on, take some more hits. I don't think this finishes him. I think we have to do one more. Yeah. Okay, awesome. We can probably speed this back up now, guys. So I had very nice RNG for him for this fight. He did the 1-2 slam each time. Easy. And then again, we switched to Soul's Ring. Cool. Then we come out of here. I put my RTSR ring back on. I change flint to stones because we actually don't do any melee all through the crypt. Well, this section of the crypt anyway. Okay, so then we come here. We fire an arrow at his feet so he turns around. And then magic arrow him in the back. These guys are weaker to magic than lightning. Steer clear of the right hand side. The Balax can aggro. Then we get on the super long lift. And then we are at the crypt. And we make sure we light this bonfire. Very important to light that bonfire due to Forlorn Invasions. There are 1, 2, I think 2 Forlorns in crypt. And one of them is a run killer. If you are not super quick at a certain bit, I'll point that out to you guys on the route. It could kill your run quite easily, really easily. So we'll go through both the Forlorns in this area, etc., as well as I talk about the route as per usual. Guys, I think we'll end it here as well again. And we'll move on to part 3 for basically the end bosses, which the last splits kind of go fairly quickly, really, in my opinion. So I hope to see you in part 3, guys. Thank you for watching.